bullshit. We gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about the only category I'm qualified to talk about it anyway. Fighting games.
Oh, is it about the actual...
What the holy...
This year, the games that are in Best Fighting Games kind of capped too, no?
Dumb shit. Excuse me? Like, Sifu was nominated for Best Fighting Game.
Oh, I thought this was about streaming. I thought it was about streaming. I thought this was about the Stream Awards. Read the description. Read the description of the video next time. Okay. Anyway. Anyway, yeah.
This year, we have 2 collections.
No Hunter x Hunter. To be honest, on this, I would just, I don't really know how I feel. I mean, I guess, I mean, they're new releases. I don't know. Okay. I guess they shouldn't be on there. I guess Capcom Fighting Collection 2 and Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection should not be on there. Low-key 2X should not be on there either, by the way. It should be next year. 2X scale is out, but it's not like out. You know, they're calling it early access. It's not like out. It's like out, but it's not out. You know what I mean? I think it's fine that it's there. I also am just, you know, I'm just mixed feelings about it. But here's why though. The remasters, bro, like these are not, if it was remaster with like, if for example, they memed and they balanced CDS2, like for fun that you could pick, then I'd be like, okay, it's a new game. Or like if they have like UMK3 on Mortal Kombat Legacy, right? And they're like, they have a for fun like UMK 3.5, I would call it a new game. But basically like they're not new games. They're not new games, and it's like, and for all the memes, they could legitimately put Hunter x Hunter. And they should have put Hunter x Hunter. They should have put Hunter x Hunter. Jeff doesn't really care about all this. He just wants to hug Kojima. Yeah, I mean, you know, but most people don't give a fuck anyway, so. I could take 2X, to be fair. 2X is really technically, but 2X deserves, should be here far more than the remaster. Games that Virtua Fighter 5, this is literally an update to VF5, right? And this is the first update in like years, right, for VF5. So VF5 is what I'm saying should be the requirement for these two. So similar to the old game we're adding on top of it or doing this kind of stuff. They aren't necessarily remakes, but they're sort of like re-envisioning of like a whole bunch of things or one big game that still is holistically the same thing. Final Fantasy Tactics would also be in that category. I really feel like games preservation should be a category that exists for the Game Awards, because there's just so much of it now. Is W take?
I really don't agree with collections being put into here anymore, because it is.
Yeah, it's lazy. It's low-key lazy. They just want to fill it. Like if they can't fill it, if they can't fill 5 slots, they should not do it.
Away from actual game releases. I don't give a shit about Hunter x Hunter. I never really have, and it's not a property that.
Is that true? 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 Clips? Any clips? Because by the way, I'm just saying, I'm not saying anything about Lord Max. I said that team games are bad on principle. Motherfuckers came at me. I'm just saying. Hunter x Hunter should be on here. I agree though. All jokes aside, I agree.
Absolutely have been nominated in some way.
I don't know, honestly. It's just marketing shit. I feel like the high key, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'll show you why people care. 1.5 million. 1.5 million followers. This is the only reason why people care. For fighting games, this shit does not matter. They literally do not give a fuck. Let's not pretend they give a fuck.
Bleach could have been up here. A game like
Bleach could have been up here.
Disagreed with when it came out as being like.
Bleach could have been on there. Bleach Rebirth of Souls could have been on there, and then Hunter x Hunter could have been on there. There's 5 new games. Yeah, I don't know. They just don't give a fuck, dude. I don't even know how games get submitted. Is it that you have to pay? Like companies pay? Do people vote? Like Stream Awards, people at least nominate. Do people nominate? I don't know, man. I completely forgot about Bleach. One thing I keep saying I want to do, but I never do. And to be fair to the Arena Fighter people, this has only recently happened. This happened again starting with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Every new Arena Fighter, people are like, this is the new one. This is the one. It's gonna be different. Fighting game motherfuckers don't know what we be rocking with, bro. And then after like 3 or 4 days, the shit just like dies. I guess Sparking Zero specifically lasted a long time in comparison to the rest of them. And I remember like a boy, you know the Potemkin player, a boy, he got grand finals at TNS at least once, probably more than once, when they were trying to experiment with tournaments for the game. He was grinding the fuck out of the game. He was good at it. And he was I remember he was telling me shit. He was like, dude. He was like, this game is fun, but dude. I was like,
this is in here almost by a technicality. It is a great rendition with new content, don't get me wrong, but like I would not be visibly disappointed if even like the Iron Saga game took it over this, because that was
that's another fighting game that came out this year. The Iron Saga mech dude. How did they I need to know how they pick. I need to know. I'm mad. All right, look at it. Nominations for the Game Awards are selected by a voting jury of over 100 leading media and influencer outlets across the globe. What the fuck does that mean, man? Oh. This is... Oops. Oh my god. Reading comprehension. Okay. What is Easy Allies? Esquire? Game Ranks with an X. Gamer Tag Radio. Gamer Beat. GameSpot. Giant Bomb. IGN, Inverse, The Jeff Gerstmann Show, Kinda Funny, Min Max with almost a flash kick input, and NPR, known game outlet NPR, Rolling Stone, The Atlantic, Variety? They be letting anyone on here. Clearly. But the thing is, a lot of the stuff that I know, they're not like, they're gaming. Some of them have like small gaming stuff, but like, they're mostly like mainstream news. Okay, so it's not people. So it's like, yeah, they don't give a fuck.
That being said, there's only one game up here that is actually a brand new fighting game release and has elements in it that I clearly disagree with, has things that clearly did not give it the best light and let it...
What could it be right now? Because, by the way, I did boot up Fatal Fury for Chun-Li. I got sponsored to play Chun-Li. I booted up the game, and I was like, wait, the game looks good as fuck, and it has a ton of shit that it did not have when the game came out.
To being relatively unsuccessful, quote unquote. Not
I do think it was unsuccessful. If it's marketing stuff
that it had, and things that really disappointed me. And
so it's stuff from launch.
But I could absolutely acknowledge this game is fun as shit, dude.
Okay,
it does so much for me. Like, it has versions of characters that I...
Yes, because this is... I basically feel bad for boomers, basically. Because this is the game that boomers have been begging for, but it's like Monkey Paw. It's like all this like asterisks and shit, like weird guest characters like Ronaldo, and then all the weird marketing. Like you might not remember, they got KSI to show this game, and it could win a chance to play KSI. And I signed up for it. They don't like fun, so they didn't pick me. If you're from the past in fighting games, you should know that the games develop from us being like, the game is scrubby and annoying, to like, oh my god, this game is fire and like sweaty and shit, right? You should know. That's how I feel about Strive now too. Like Strive at the beginning, the only thing is that Strive at the beginning, I don't think people understood. But basically at the beginning, I was like, I know what they're trying to do. Where like other games I played, I'm like annoyed at the beginning, but over time, new characters and balance changes, I'm like, okay, actually they're doing something pretty good. I started thinking it's less like they actually believe, oh, the new game is for babies, and it's more that there's a certain feel. It would be a lie to say that fighting games don't feel different compared to before. But just having the perception that the game tells you it's hard, I sort of feel like really long-time players really like it when the game tells you it's hard. When the game is hard because of implications, they're like, no. But when the game's like, oh, it's hard, look at this thing, they're like, oh, fuck yeah. And they got guard cancel, for example. All the passive defense shit, like the guard cancel stuff and IB and using the rev meter and all that shit. The game is telling you, oh, look at all this shit. So they're like, yeah.
I would personally say Fatal Fury is the thing that should win this, but I do not think it does. I think 2XKO clearly wins it.
And to be fair to 2XKO, even though the game is not out, it is doing a bunch of relatively new things in fighting games that other games are not, including free-to-play and stuff.
Cool.
Plus, I want to see Vineeth walk up there, bro. They gotta give the award to Vineeth. That would make me laugh. I know he's not a dev, but it'd be like funny. Yeah, and I remember I watched the Game Awards when Alpha came out. If I recall correctly, they just talked about this category in passing. They literally do not give a fuck. Yeah, much to say. I basically agree with him. This year was weird. I think last year was weird too. I think last year, let's grab last year's one. I just want confirmation that they just really don't give a fuck about this shit, man. Okay, last year was Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Versus, Marvel Collection, Multiverses, and Tekken 8. Frankly, far better, I think, than this year. Oh my god, Multiverse, dude, can I show you something before I stop? They had the fucking Powerpuff Girls in Multiverses, and they fumbled the game, dude. How do you fumble a game with LeBron? How do they do it? Better than last year for sure. I just feel like they don't give a fuck, man. That's the only way I can put it. They don't care.